What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in to Blair Wiggins Outdoors and more. We're fixing to show you something that the East Coast has been lacking, and we're going to educate you a little bit on our redfish population. This is Dr. Todd Osborne from the Whitney Labs. I'm sure y'all are familiar with him with the Clam Restoration Project, but I'm going to let him talk, and we're going to show you what 2 million plus redfish look like.
Well, thanks, Captain Blair, for having me out today, and thanks for coming out to support this project. What's going on is up at the Whitney Lab, the University of Florida's lab up in St. Augustine, we had a big redfish spawn in our broodstock tanks. And this is not a funded project. It's actually a free situation where we've got millions of redfish larvae, and we want to put them back in their original home, which is right down here in the IRL. And the goal with this is thus that instead of, in most cases, they would just go down the drain, we want to put them back out and get them a chance to grow out here. And because we're doing so much with the Clam Project and with other projects here improving the lagoon, we figured, you know, why not bring these guys back to their original place?
And you say go down the drain, where most people, when they're trying to, you know, experiment and try to raise and do a spawn, most of the time those fish goes right down the drain. And this time of year, we're in October, and it's the time of year where the redfish spawn. You get the temperature change a little bit out here in the Banana River, and we're going to be releasing them in an area where I know that the redfish used to spawn every single year, which is right off the Thousand Islands. And like you said, this is, instead of them going down the drain, this is not costing anybody a dime, just our time. So we're going to try to see what we can do. And you say there's what, 2 million?
Approximately 2 million in here, and they're only about 1 millimeter long, so they're tiny. But, you know, in nature, a single redfish could produce 1 million eggs, but only maybe 10% of those might actually get fertilized. In the laboratory, it's 100%. And so these are eggs from a couple of fish in our tanks. They've been spawning all week, and so we have like 100% fertilization rate in the laboratory. And now putting out 2 million fish could get us, you know, 3 or 4 or 5% of these guys surviving to full adulthood, which is a big plus.
What's the growth rate of these guys?
Well, these guys will be, I mean, right now, they look like little specks in the tank, right? But in a couple of months, you'll know they're little redfish.
Really?
And I expect that these guys will be rat reds next year and will contribute to the fishery here. One of the super cool things about this is we have been working with FWC to collect broodstock and to work through our processes. You know, Dr. Leonardo Ibarra Castro at UF Whitney Lab has been kind of pioneering some finfish aquaculture techniques, and usually we're not allowed to do anything with this, but FWC jumped on board at the 11th hour and helped us out big time, gave us permits to release these guys right back in the IRL. We're really grateful for them doing that, because that was an effort, but that allows us to put them back in and give them a chance.
That's awesome. Absolutely awesome. I can't wait to see these things in about 3 or 4 months. You say they're going to be about 4 inches in 3 or 4 months. And in the wild, when they spawn and you say 10% get fertilized, what percentage of those 10% make it to rat red size?
Maybe less than 10%. So you're looking at less than 1% of what actually gets through there. And those are estimates, you know. A lot of this we don't really know, but the competition and the predation on these is tremendous. And so when we can get them to this stage and then put them out in good habitat, that's like 2 legs up.
And we're putting them in the best spot we can in the mangroves where they would end up if they were naturally spawned. So we're going to go release these guys. They're free. There's going to be 200,000 redfish hopefully around
running around one day. Yes, we're excited.
In a few months, so we'll see what happens. Y'all stay tuned and we'll keep you updated on these. And is there any way to tell if these people catching these, if they come from the
Well, they all say Blair Wiggins on them, so on their tail and little tattoos.
Yeah, they all got a red dot. All right, we'll see y'all on the water.
You're a natural.